Have you ever noticed how some people just walk into a room and instantly command respect without even saying a word? Well, today we're going to break down exactly how they do it. We're talking about the architecture of instant authority. I think we've all been there, right? It's that awful feeling of being totally invisible. You share what you think is a great idea, and it's just crickets. It happens all the time, in meetings, at parties, you name it. It's just plain frustrating. So the big question is, how do you flip that switch? How do you go from being the person everyone talks over to the person everyone listens to? Believe it or not, the answer is way simpler than you think, and it has almost nothing to do with the words you use. It all comes down to a system for presence. This is all about mastering your body language, consciously, to project authority before you even open your mouth. And the best part? It's a skill you can learn, not some talent you have to be born with. The foundation for all of this is built on just two incredibly simple nonverbal rules. Seriously, these aren't some complicated psychological theories. They're just concrete things you can do that totally rewire how people see you on a subconscious level. This is how you build authority from the ground up. So here they are, the 3-second rule and the 10% rule. That's it. Super easy to remember, but wow, are they powerful when you actually put them into practice. So let's dive into what they are and why on earth they work so well. All right, first up, the 3-second rule. Now, here's what's so interesting about this. Most of us, we only make eye contact for like a second or two. By intentionally holding it for 3 full seconds, you're literally breaking a subconscious social pattern. It sends a signal that says, I'm confident, I'm engaged, and I'm not intimidated. It basically forces the other person to recognize you're there. 3 full seconds. You should try it. Count it in your head. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. I know, it's gonna feel a little weird and long at first, but that's exactly the point. That extra second is what turns a casual glance into a real statement of presence. Okay, now that we've got the eye contact down, let's talk about rule number 2, the 10% rule. Think about it. People who are always rushing around seem anxious, right? Like they're not in control. But by moving just a little bit slower, whether you're walking down a hallway, sitting in a chair, or even just gesturing, you give off this vibe of complete calm and control. It makes you look like you're unhurried because, well, you're on your own time. And look, we're not talking about moving in slow motion or anything crazy. It's just 10%. It's a tiny difference, so small that most people won't even notice it consciously. But subconsciously, the impact is massive. It tells everyone that you are the master of your environment, not just reacting to its chaotic pace. So these two nonverbal rules create this really powerful foundation. They completely change how people see you physically. But what about when the pressure is really on? You know, when a situation gets chaotic and everyone is talking over each other. For that, we've got one more tool in the toolbox. And this one's a little more advanced. And this is it, the secret of silence. Now, this isn't just about being quiet. It's about using silence as a strategic weapon. Honestly, this is the ultimate power move. It's what separates the real leaders from everyone else. Just think about it for a second. Picture a heated argument or some frantic meeting where everyone's shouting out ideas. What truly gets everyone's attention? It's never the loudest person in the room, is it? Nope. It's almost always the person who does the exact opposite of what everyone else is doing. This is what we call strategic silence. It's when everybody else is rushing to fill every single second with noise, and you hold back. You create a pause. And what happens in that pause? Everyone's head turns to look at you, waiting. And just like that, you've taken control of the entire room. That silence just cuts right through all the noise. It immediately tells people that you're not just reacting to the chaos like they are, you're observing it, you're processing it, and you're seeing something that everyone else has missed. It just screams wisdom and insight. So, let's bring all these pieces together and wrap this up. Because this isn't just a collection of random party tricks, right? This is a complete integrated toolkit you can use to build and project authority in pretty much any situation. So here's your toolkit in a nutshell. You've got the 3-second rule to establish your presence with eye contact, the 10% rule to project that calm control with your pacing, and strategic silence to command attention by pausing when everyone else is panicking. It's eye contact, pacing, and pausing. That's it. And you know, the most crucial part of all of this is that none of these things are huge dramatic actions. They're all small, subtle shifts in how you behave. But when you start applying them on purpose, over and over, they have this massive, compounding effect on how people see you. You are completely in control of the signals you're sending out. But in the end, look, getting this authority, that's not the goal. It's just a tool. It's what gives you the space for your ideas to finally be heard, to lead, and to actually make an impact. So the real question I want to leave you with is this. Once you have everyone's attention, what are you going to do with it?